Hello, everyone, and welcome to a movie shooting location video. One of my favorite things to do, and I've been doing it for a little bit now, is whenever I travel, I like to go to locations that were used in various movies, TV, whatever it might be, and I like to take pictures of those locations and then get the Blu-ray or DVD or streaming version of the movie and grab screenshots from the movie and then kind of just compare the locations to how they were presented in the film and how they look currently. I did an episode of 1998 Represent where we covered A Night at the Roxbury, and the second half of that video is just location shooting areas from the movie and then how they look currently. And on my most recent trip to Los Angeles, which was back in March, I did that's where I did those Night at the Roxbury location shooting pictures. But I also got a bunch of photos from where several scenes from the movie Speed were shot. So the video, we're going to basically flip the camera around and I'm going to be showing you a slideshow of the screenshots from the movie as well as the current locations. So I love Speed. It's a great action movie, and the concept is kind of silly, but like basically it's the most of the movie takes place on a bus, but the movie is awesome. If you haven't seen it, I would highly recommend checking it out. But I went to Venice, California, and got a bunch of shots there because some of the stuff early in the film is set in Venice. A lot of the stuff on the highway and freeway, obviously, I couldn't get shots of that, but I was able to get shots of some of the downtown Los Angeles locations as well. So, like the kind of toward the end of the film. So, what we're going to do right now is I'm going to jump and we're going to switch over into a slideshow, and I'm going to be showing you the locations as they appear in the movie and how they look currently. We'll be right back with that. All right, and now we are back with our slideshow here. All the screenshots from the movie were pulled from the this Blu-ray I picked up. I do have the copy on DVD as well. However, the Blu-ray just looks a lot better. I was going to use the DVD initially, but then I was at a store and saw this for like $5, and I'm like, well, you can't pass that up. It's a great movie, and then it also gets me higher quality screenshots for this video. So this is one of the earlier scenes of the movie after the opening credits. It jumps to this exterior shot of downtown Los Angeles as the like fire department and police are arriving. You basically see this fire truck drive by, and then there you see the police start pulling up as well. This is the gas company tower. One of I don't remember if it's the tallest building in Los Angeles. It may have been at one point, but this is a huge building in LA. It's still there. It still pretty much looks identical to how it is now. So this is the first location from the film, and here we have another shot of it. So this is a shot of people, like evacuating the building after Dennis Hopper's character has basically put up his, like ransom demands and all that. So all these characters are basically just fleeing the building. We're gonna jump into, I think next is the actual location shot from when I was there. So yeah, this is what it looks like currently. So you can kind of see that the door at the bottom is still curved like it is. The roof has that same kind of feature. So they haven't really, this building hasn't really changed all that much. So this is the gas company tower as it looks currently. And we have another shot of the tower looking slightly different direction. I think this is the hill where you see Keanu Reeves's and Jeff Daniels like squad car just basically fly over the hill and just like land kind of like right near where the door is. It's kind of silly, but it's a cheesy action. It's a cheesy scene, but the movie, like I said, the movie is excellent. But yeah, this is, I believe, the street where their patrol car just basically like flies over it and then just lands and they get out and they start doing their mission. So that is the this was downtown. So basically, I did all the downtown location shooting in one like chunk of time. I was there like one day. All the stuff on Venice was done like either earlier that day or because I ended up going to Venice twice, but I think next we're moving into the Venice locations, and then we'll come back. These are kind of done in order of how they would have been presented in the movie. So I think we do have some more downtown locations coming up toward the end of the video. So next location here, this is downtown Venice. This I think it's called the ballerina statue. It's on a, I think it's like a drugstore now, like a CVS or something. I don't know what it was, what the building would have been in 1993 or 1994, whenever this was filmed. It was released in '94, but it was probably like in production in 1993. But this is Main Street, Venice, and this is the ballerina statue. This is the scene when you see the bus, basically the first bus that explodes, kind of passes by going. I don't know what direction it would have been going. It would have been that's west. I think it's going either north or south on that street. Because if you continue going west, you end up toward the beach and the ocean. But this is again Main Street, Venice. This is it looks like it is a CVS. This is as it looked when I was there. So yeah, that ballerina statue is still there. It's kind of cheesy, but I think it's got some charm to it. And then Keanu Reeves' character, when he's waving goodbye to the bus driver, would have basically be kind of where I'm standing when I took this picture. So yeah, again, Main Street, Venice, as it looks in 2023. Next shot here. This is Keanu leaving. This is called the Firehouse. It's a restaurant in Venice. I actually went to had breakfast there one morning. It was actually pretty good. But yeah, this is kind of, and I think it was like actually like a converted firehouse that they've converted into a restaurant. I don't know when it became a restaurant, but I believe it was an actual firehouse, and it's been a restaurant for like many years at this point. Because it was a restaurant in when they filmed this, and it still is a restaurant currently. So this where Keanu is standing right now would have been where I was standing when I took the previous shot. But that is the firehouse, and this is what the firehouse looks like currently. So kind of that corner is where Keanu would have been standing. So again, downtown, or not meant to say downtown. This is again Main Street in Venice. Our next shot up here is as the bus explodes. I think again that's going north on Main Street. So that would have been Keanu would have still been around the corner from or right next to the firehouse there. So this is the location where the bus explodes. I think kind of like there's some bushes up to on the left on the picture. There's some on the left. There's some bushes there. I think that's where the phones would have been. But those, if they were actual real, like payphones, they were removed long ago, and they may have even just been put there for the production and taken away or something like that. So here is the location as it looks currently. You can see the building kind of like toward the middle there. You can definitely see that in the previous shot. So again, Main Street, Venice. This is 2023. This has been back in toward the end of March. So that's that location. Next up, I think we have one more Venice location before we move move back to the downtown Los Angeles locations. So Keanu Reeves gets the phone call kind of up, I believe, to the left here. And then he gets told by Dennis Hopper that the bomb is on bus 2525, and it's on like Ocean Park, which is a few blocks, I believe. If that was north, it would have been south. But next shot is from the film. This is the location where Annie, played by Sandra Bullock, is trying to get on the bus. You see the bus pull away, and she is chasing after it, yelling after the driver. Now, this mural that is on this wall here is no longer there. It's a completely different mural. So I think a lot of the LA street art, doesn't necessarily, it's not permanent usually. Like, there's been stuff I've seen in movies where like the murals have changed, and you're obviously going to see that change in just a moment here. So next up is the real world location as it looks currently. So like completely different mural, but yeah, this is the corner of Ocean Park, and I believe the bus is heading up toward Main Street in this shot. So that where that mural is where Sandra Bullock would have been running. So again, this is Ocean Park. This is still in Venice, and I think this is the last of our Venice shots. So see, I think we're into downtown next. Yeah, so this is downtown Los Angeles. This is kind of near Pershing Square. It's somewhat close to where the gas company tower was, because when I was downtown, I was able to just basically, walk, like several blocks in any direction to get to a different location. So this is basically right across from Pershing Square. You can see those awnings kind of in the background there. Those will be still visible in the next shot, but this is toward the end of the film. Once Dennis Hopper realizes what's going on has happened, he goes basically kidnaps Sandra Bullock and then makes off with the ransom money. But next shot will be as this corner looks currently. So yeah, same corner. A lot of the street lights have the same kind of like, I don't know what the design is, but like there's like a various. Like, I don't really know how to explain it, but like the pattern on those bricks are still the same. You can see those awnings kind of in the background, and Pershing Square is just up to the left there. So this is that corner as it looks currently. Next up, I think we have another shot of basically a reverse shot of that location because Keanu Reeves runs across the street toward the square after they realize the money is actually is on the move. So next up, yeah, so this is that same street. Sandra Bullock would have been standing kind of near where that subway is, I believe, or like on the corner, like that's like off to the left. You can't really see it, but this is Keanu Reeves running across the street to that trash can because that's where they deposited the money, and that's right next to Pershing Square as well as the subway station that they would eventually use. I didn't get any shots in the subway station because I don't know if that location was even open. That subway was even open at that point. But yeah, this is Keanu running across the street. And here we have that same corner here now. The subway station is kind of off to the right here. You can't really see it in the shot, but basically, if you were to go across the street on the right-hand side, walk across that street and go right slightly, you would get to the subway station. But yeah, the that building is there on the left. The subway sign is gone, of course, but it's that you can definitely tell it's the same building based on just like the kind of like the architecture around it and like the various like pillars and all that. So I think that is our last of our downtown locations, and we have one location in Hollywood at the very end of the film. So that's coming up here, and that is the Chinese Theater. So Chinese Theater is obviously still there. This is what it would have looked like in potentially 1993 or 1994, whenever they filmed this particular sequence. But yeah, it's a classic LA landmark. I've been to that theater a couple times, and I saw John Wick 4 there on my most recent visit. And on a previous visit, when I went to the Chinese Theater, I think it was the newest James Bond movie, No Time to Die. It's an awesome IMAX. It kind of ruined IMAX for me at other locations just because the screen is so huge. Other IMAXs that I've been to are, the screens they feel like they're much smaller. But so yeah, this is the Chinese Theater from the end of the movie as the subway that they're on basically jumps the rail and goes up and crashes into the street here. And here is what the Chinese Theater looks like currently. So the architecture is the same, like the little pillars on the buildings are still there. Some different signage, but it's pretty much the same. And that is all of the locations that I took shots of from when I was there for Speed. I don't think I have any other location videos I'll be doing for a while, just because a lot of the other locations I went to were just a one picture thing. Like I went to Fox Plaza, which was basically what they used for Nakatomi Plaza in the original Die Hard. That was fun. But yeah, Speed was definitely the one where I had like the most that in the Night at the Roxbury. I'll leave a link in the description to check out the Night at the Roxbury one because it was part of my 1998 Represent series where first half of the video we covered the movie, second half was the shooting locations that I was able to get to. But that's going to do it for this video. I might do more of these in the future if I get more shooting location photos from various places. But that's going to do it for now. Thanks again for watching. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Thanks again for watching. Take care. Have a good one.